with Fully Involved and your life experience, including football and athletics, and how that contributes to being a good leader and developing teams and kind of that all-in mentality. Today, when you're going out and talking, how are you getting the people that you work with at your current career job in Palo Alto? But how are you incorporating the things that you've done through athletics and maybe teaching people that have no athletic background? How do you segue or impress some of those really important things that you've learned through athletics, discipline, grit, working through adversity, learning, being a subordinate, right? Taking direction, being able to be coachable. There's kind of sometimes a little bit of a disconnect. I speak that language because I was an athlete as well, and I get that, and I speak that language, and it's really easy for me. How do you impress that upon someone that maybe didn't have an athletic background, getting them on board and kind of understanding that? And what are some of the tools or team building exercises, within firefighting itself or other types of things that you can impress that type of mentality, I guess you can say, and bring them into the fold and have that all-in type effort and attitude working as a group, whether it be firefighting or anything else?
Well, I think that's a multifaceted question, and there's no one answer to it. But I think the one thing that you can do is start by setting the example, in everything that you do. And I think that that's important to impress upon younger people when they're coming into the fire service, that this is the way that you do things and have a set way of doing things within your organization. I by no means get it right, and I'm not always the best example all of the time. I do the best that I can, but I'm a human being, and there's days where I'm not feeling it. And the way that we do things in our firehouse is we hold each other accountable to that standard. So if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing as an officer, I'm not having a great day, the guys will lift me up. Mm-hmm. And we're very lucky in our organization that we have the caliber of people that we have. But certainly that are self-motivated, and I derive a lot of my inspiration from them, and that's where a lot of this stuff came from as well. Is, you look around, you go, look at all these people doing these great things, and I think if you looked within your organization, you'd say the same thing. Absolutely. And anybody across the country would say that. But as far as, motivating people or getting them to do the right thing, I think that you can, it's that whole, that old adage, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Motivation has to be, my job as a company officer isn't necessarily to motivate people. And I don't think that that's, but it's to make sure that they don't become unmotivated. Mm-hmm. So, we try to keep things positive, and we try to get things going in the right direction, and we set those standards on the wall. Do your job, treat people right, give all out effort, have an all-in attitude, and they're reminders for us. So, having it readily available, things that are easy to cling to, things that are easily identifiable, that transcend any workplace. But setting the example every single day, I think, just by doing your job like a professional, by am I 100% in? Am I super excited every day when I go to work? None of us are. Mm-hmm. There's days where you're up all night, fighting pandas in your backyard or trash pandas in your backyard, and recovering chicken cadavers, and you come to work and you're tired. It's not not your day.
And emotionally hurt.
Right.
I
mean,